Hello there, and welcome back to Out of War here. We're in the Arctic winter and a hardcore start. How are you keeping today? I hope all is good with you. So as you can see here, we're up on the side of our mountain here and we're continuing to make our way up. So I've this little platform built up there at the end of the last episode. So I have my machine turned around now and we're going to start ramping up. Kind of like a switchback. I'm not quite sure what to call it, to be quite honest with you, but you get the idea. We're continuing to gain elevation here, which is all that matters. So once I get this a little bit more dug out up here where I'm currently working on, I'm going to reverse that rock truck up this ramp here. So we'll be a little bit more efficient. It's not very far there, but any little advantage we can give ourselves, we're going to take, of course. Why not? Getting back into some gravel here, or blasted rock I should say rather. Did a little bit of blasting with the drain out there just to clean up some overhang and clean out this wall on the right hand side here, just to let some daylight come in, but it's kind of heading towards night time here now, as I'm sure you can see. But this mine is very much a 24/7 operation. So we'll continue to persevere here and make inroads towards our goal. Need to remember to try and bring some momentum with me as I'm coming up this hill, or it's going to be a snail's pace each time. But we'll get a couple full loads into that rock truck out of here and we should have plenty of room then to start getting it up that ramp beside us there. Now we have quite a bit of mountain ahead of us there, so I decided to throw up some mesh roof there to support and stop ourselves getting a cave in, rather than going for some explosives to fix it. I would be up there for several hours, I think, trying to blow away all that material with the drain right there. So then let's go out here and straighten ourselves up and just get a little bit of momentum. Much better, much more speed. I'm not sure if I've left enough turning room here on this platform to actually maneuver that truck all the way up to the top of this hill, but we will test it out when the time comes, and we can always add on to this little platform here or make the ramp a little bit wider there if needs be. It's not going to be too much of an issue. Came into that very fast indeed. Ended up doing a handbrake turn there. I am very hard on our machinery here, I must say. Oop. So here we go. Get ourselves straightened out there again. Try to remember to slow down next time. Alright, let's kind of take a higher one this time. And I think we can actually jump out here and get the first pieces of our new ramp laid out there, just to give myself a little bit of a guide there. We're kind of running low on ramp pieces there. Let me actually go ahead and refill those buildings. Polished concrete, and we need some of each, so we'll go ahead there and grab 55. Probably won't be enough, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm kind of slowly eating away at my cash supply there, but we should be fine. So then let's... Perhaps I want to put one more block in here actually. Let's get ourselves onto grid build there. We can do a little bit of hand digging real quickly. So then we can go ahead and start snapping in our new pieces. If you would like to oblige, please. Okay, you don't want to do it. That's not ideal. Okay, I had it there for a second. Never mind. So let's throw down a couple of blocks here, maybe that will help. Can't quite get one in there. There you go. There you go. Just to give myself a bit of a guide, more or less here. I don't think that's about as wide as I want this, but we'll work on that. And we can actually go ahead then and start filling in this. Get some concrete there, clean it up, make it look pretty decent. There we go, that will do for now. We'll go back here and get our ramp piece number 4 back out. That's going to be nice and clean. I've kind of have a little spot up on the top of the mountain there that I would like to connect with in mind. And hopefully this will be the kind of last offset of the ramp here that we need to build up. We can of course again angle off to the right there if needs be, or to the left I should say. But yeah, let's continue to work on this here. Make as much progress as we can here. Need to widen that out of course. Alright, let's try and come down here a little bit more respectable this time. I think I can go ahead and get at least one more scoop into that. I think I would serve myself well there to realign that. In fact, I think I've built enough of a ramp there that I can get that rock truck up alongside me here now. Which is, I think, what I will do. It's a little bit tied up here, but with each scoop we take, it's going to allow us more room to maneuver. Let's go ahead and scrape out as much of that as I can there. Oop. It's front heavy, of course. There we are. I think we can easily go ahead and call that a full one. Let's get this in position. Drop that bucket a little bit there. There we are. Alrighty, so we can go ahead and dump this and try and get this truck up here. I haven't had it up on this top platform yet, but I'm hoping that I allowed myself enough room there. It should be okay. It's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but we'll take it slow and steady. Alrighty, we should be lined up pretty okay there. I think so. Maybe losing a little bit there over the end. Alright then, let's work on getting this truck up to the top of that ramp there. And you can see just on the top of the mountain there, it's kind of where I'm aiming for. There's a bit of a flat spot up there where I'd like to establish a new wash plant. Maybe a new dump deck. We'll see what happens once we get up there. Getting up there is the issue. It's quite a timely process, but we're getting there slowly but surely. Over the next couple of sessions there, it would be nice to push on and get some machinery up on top of this thing. Clear out some paths. Start to industrialize the area, let's just say. You can see there that this cliff face is a little bit rough from the blasting, so I'm a little bit eager to get that cleaned up as well, that's for sure. Okay, and it's a tight turn there, but we made it pretty reasonably well. And perhaps I can just use this ramp. The bucket and that loader should have plenty of reach on it to get up to the back of that there. We'll see how it goes. If not, I can use the ramp there as a little bit of leverage to get up that high. Going back into some solid rock there. Alrighty then, let's see how this works out for me. Oh. Or is that coal? Perhaps that's coal. Haven't seen coal now in a little while, so it would be nice to keep a stockpile of that going again. Although I think the storage bin of it I have down in the facility there. Yeah, that is coal. Looks like coal from here at least. But yeah, like I was saying, I think the storage bin down at the wash plant there is pretty full up on coal, but I'll never say no to it. I do want to get myself a coal power plant going here in the next wash plant I'm going to build. Or maybe that's not coal. I will jump out here in a second and just check this. We did bounce a little bit there. Oh, that's not ideal. Alright, let's get our metal analyzer out here. What is it? It is solid rock, in fact. So we can go ahead there and get the info out. Let's not mess around, let's just blast away there. There we are, and since we're out, let's just catch ourselves up here with a little bit of building. Oops. And let's scrape all of this out with the bucket. I'm not going to hand dig that right now. So this one, perhaps. Not quite sure what's going on with my truck there. There's a whole lot of noises coming out of it. Don't think it's too happy with its current situation there. Alrighty, let's get this truck full then. Already making quite decent progress. The capacity on this loader is absolutely colossal, which always helps, of course. Let's just clean up this side here a little bit, kind of give myself a guide as to how wide I want that ramp. I don't want it going too far there, but I need to be able to see at the same time. Alright, let's get this bucket down. Turn the teeth into the ground a little bit there. And that should be nice and clean now. Yeah, so I'm safe. I'm happy enough there to say that the width of this ramp is now established. A couple of specks of gravel there, or blasted rock, I should say. Left to scrape up, but that's no big deal. I may have to take down a little bit of my mesh ceiling here. We'll see how that goes. Okay. Bit of stubborn rock there, or permafrost, one or the other. Alrighty. We'll call this the last bucket for this load. Okay, managed to get that one empty. Didn't really want to do it. But that's okay. We're full now, that's the main thing. Alrighty, so I think I'm going to run this load down, and I think I'm going to stick with this here for the next hour or so, hour and a half maybe, so I'll probably go ahead and speed that up there. We've all seen the process now. It's fairly straightforward. It's just a little bit of digging to do, let's just say. And this is a tight corner there indeed. I need to go ahead and clean it up a little bit if I'm going to be up and down this all day with these big machines. That's not too much of a worry, it's working just fine. This is one hell of a massive load I have in this rock truck at the moment. Maybe the fullest I've ever seen this thing. Alrighty, let's try and line this up here so we're not losing anything. Like that should be just fine. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to get my rack truck back up there and I'm going to continue to ramp up that hill. Like I say, for the next 60 or 90 minutes, we'll see how things go. Alrighty, so I've been running the rock truck and the loader there for just over an hour, about an hour and 5 minutes. We're running a little bit low on cash here, so I want to get myself over to the warehouse there and collect what we've been smelting all this time and get it sold. Get a little bit of a cash reserve there. It's going to take quite an investment, concrete and steel wise, up on that hill there to secure everything and make it ready for that heavy machinery to move up on top of that mountain. Like I said, we're making good progress there. Actually, while I am here, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a little clean out in our wash plant here. Let's see if we can get everything queued up. So in this, we have some aluminium and steel. I'll leave that there for the time being. That is the rainy day fund. We have a whole bunch of coal in there as well, which is beautiful. Good to see that. So we're definitely not stuck for funds here. That warehouse, oh god, we have quite a lot of gold here. I was not expecting to have such a clean out. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to start automating this this smelting process in its entirety, as the old warehouse across the way is very much at max capacity, as we'll see once we get over there. So let's grab all this stuff and hopefully we can find some space over there to get all that queued up and the timer ticking down on it. So then let's jump into 4x4 and get ourselves over there. And I'm thinking in the next episode here we'll be able to actually push through to the summit of that mountain there, and we'll get ourselves a dozer up there and get ourselves some dirt pathways cut out and kind of establish ourselves up there. The initial plan I was thinking is to run a conveyor system down to our wash plant there that we were just in, but as you can see that ore is really piling up in our storage bins there. So I think, in fact, on top of that mountain there, we will put up a new wash plant and try and fully automate it. So as we can see in here, everything is, in fact, fully queued up. So we may have to find some more space outside the building here to get all this gold queued up. But let's go ahead and grab everything I can there for sale. Get some full stacks of gold going in here at least. There's a whole bunch of gold in that one. That's going to be nice. There's a little bit of silicone there that can stay where it is. A whole bunch of silicone in here, so we'll do some rubber. Why not? Get rid of that stack of silicone there. Very much a similar situation in this one. A whole bunch of gold there. Ignits ready to be processed, or sold off I should say, not processed. Very nice. 2 full stacks there already. Our wash plants here are probably going to be struggling for capacity as well, but we'll fit whatever I can into those, and we'll go ahead and grab the ones that are processed there. Missed some there, a whole bunch of diamonds, a whole bunch of rubies and diamonds in here as well. Not so many diamonds, but that's alright. Diamonds and rubies. Okay, so we seem to have silicone queued up in this, so we'll go ahead and add to that there. Keep everything kind of running the same as it previously was. There's a bunch of silicone in this one as well, why not get rid of that there. That's almost another full stack there. Did we put our queue up here? We did. A bunch of gold there. You can top off that stack. And let's get some more gold going. Now we still have 3 full stacks of gold there. We're gonna have to find an overflow area here, I do believe. Here we are, and that's a nice full stack again. Now this one here, just have some silicone in there, but we'll get some gold going. This one over here, a whole bunch of silicone in there, a little bit of gold. So then upstairs, let's check out. Yeah, so we were really kind of stuck for space here on the last cleanouts. But we'll get some gold queued up again. Let's do these wash plants here. Let's do rubies for now. We can go ahead and cancel that stack of 80. That's not doing us much favor. Few diamonds there, we'll grab those, why not? And in this one that I grab what I had there, a little bit of ruby. Well, not a little bit, quite a bit of ruby actually. And we had some gold there, we got that. Okay, let's keep working on these wash plants. A little bit of ruby again. Grab those diamonds. Some more ruby, good. Okay, up to 4 full stacks of gold there, and about half a stack, actually a bit more than half a stack. Go ahead and cancel that stack of ace there. Get the rest of that in there. It's good. Did I grab what was processed? I did. There's a little bit of gold ore there. We'll take that back. Why not? Okay, that's another full stack. We're really motoring through the gold ore here. And we have a whole bunch there as well. So we have 2 stacks of gold ore there left in our inventory. That is going to be quite the issue. We need about 4 more smelters there. And as you can see, the inside capacity here is really at its max. But we can go ahead and get ourselves a couple of wash plants fitted up here. Go ahead and buy 3 more of those. Let's clean this up a little bit while I'm in here. Okay. So it would be nice if that just slid in there, but it doesn't want to. That's okay though. Alrighty. Can I in fact get into the inside this way? I can. So then let's just fill these up and get that timer running down. Okay, there's not maxed out. Let me change that. Why are you doing this to me? Let's get that back in my inventory there. Good, so we have nice long queues going on everything in here. I could get rid of these CNC machines, but I don't think I want to do that. Those all have really long queues on them there. This one is nearly done actually, but that's alright, we won't stress too much about that. Now perhaps I could fit in another ore smelter there. There it is, the smelter. Let's get that up on my bar. Okay, so we want to turn it. How is that looking? It's facing the wrong way. Okay, that's the right way. So, would you like to fit in here, please, sir? Doesn't want to fit in there, that's okay. So then, no choice but to kind of get ourselves outside here and find a little bit of room. So then, let's turn you. Let's go ahead and get a couple more of those bought up here. Not ideal that they're out here in the weather, but that's okay. We've no choice, essentially. So let's get in here. Let's get all the silicone going, why not? Yeah, that appears to be all my silicone. Actually, it is not. There's some more. Okay, there's all the silicone queued up. Can work on this gold now. Okay, just over a full stack of gold there, so we're going to need 2 more smelters, or perhaps 1 more will do. I'll call it a day. There we are. And I have a little wash plant here that I want to make use of as well. So then, let's just get you down here. So we need to go to snap build apparently. Let's just get that going here. Get the rest of the diamonds in here. Alrighty, let's check my inventory there. So I have a bit more ruby. I've quite a bit, well, I have a lot more ruby, so we're going to need 2 more wash plants and 1 more smelter there. So let's get that. Grab a wash plant here. 2 of them, in fact. So then, that will fit nicely there in the corner. The rest of my gold in here, then I will just vendor the rest of that gold order. We're definitely not in a tight situation for cash right now. Yeah, so just 220 gold ore left there. That's actually, we come back in here, we may have room for it in one of these. I could have sworn one of these, the first production line on it. Here we are actually. Oh, beautiful. No wastage. So then a couple more of these. Can you rotate for me, please? There we are. And we have a whole bunch of rubies left to process, and that will be everything. And that's the last bit of ruby there. So we can go ahead then, and we're going to sell up and see how well we're doing here cash wise. We have a whole bunch of gold here, but let's go ahead and get rid of the rubies there first. 1.33 for about 7,000 rubies. It's very nice. Bunch of diamonds there. Over 1 million. Almost 2 million for a full stack of rubies. That's insane. Really, really nice. Whole bunch of full stacks of gold. We're getting about 1.47 for those. And wow, we're up to 14.3 million there. So we're definitely going to have cash for all this investment we're doing over in our mountain here. Get everything cleaned up and nice. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now, and when we come back in the next episode, we're going to push towards the summit of this mountain here, as well as do a little bit of cleaning up work over there. So cheers for watching, I do appreciate that, all the best to you.